out of the backfield, overthrows him by just a couple yards. That incompletion will bring up 4th and 10 and another Bulldog punt. Before the punt, let me get you to our next sponsor, CoverWorks Plus Home Design. CoverWorks Plus in downtown Baker City. From vinyl, laminate, and countertops to blinds and area rugs, they bring expert design right to your doorstep. Get modern upgrades that add value today, while respecting the history of your home. CoverWorks Plus, modern comfort with historic respect. Right here at home. CoverWorks Plus, 2101 Main Street in the Bell Sage Mall. 541-239-5600. All right, so Wellman's punt there is eventually going to be stopped at about the 37, so more good field position for the Tigers. They'll look for their 4th touchdown of the night. Again, Tigers being led by sophomore quarterback Jack Musgrove. LeGrande definitely appears to be the little bit more disciplined team so far, as they usually are. But the Bulldogs in familiar position as they were down 21-0 to LeGrande last Friday night, came roaring back to win 27-21. So it's a little bit of a familiar place. We'll see, though, the LeGrande Tigers getting some big runs here, especially on first down by Dean Fenley. Nice carry, picks up about 6. The only other GOL game, I believe, tonight is Ontario, as they're at home taking on the Dows. Other than that, I believe Pendleton is on bye. We'll see a big run here by the Tigers. This cuts it back. That's going to be senior Landon Hood out of the backfield. Nice run there by Hood. Gets around the outside. Take a look at replay here. Nice blocking there out front. Sees a lane, cuts it back across the grain. Takes it all the way down to about the 6.5, 7 yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal, Tigers. See if the Bulldog defense can get a step, or if the Tiger line continues to assert themselves. 3 wide receiver set, Hood in motion. Oh, little trouble with the snap there, a little fumble. I think Musgrove was able to get onto it, though. Yep, Musgrove was able to recover it, so it'll remain Tiger possession. But a good negative yards play if you're the Baker defense. Loss of 5. Bring up 2nd and 12. All right, so 2nd and 12, 3 wide receiver sets. Trips all to the right there, as you can see on the camera. Musgrove with Fenley to his right. They're going to give it to Fenley. See if he's bounced it outside. He's able to make one man miss before he's brought down from behind. So he's going to get, looks like, the first down loss back down to about the 7.
3rd and goal from the 8.
They're going to put it at the 8. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and goal here. You imagine if you're the Tigers, probably 4 down territory. Again, although they may elect to, they do have a good kicker, may elect to make it a 4-score game. However, keeping the Bulldogs back in their own end zone has worked well for them, so even if they didn't get it, but we'll see what happens here on 3rd down. They may not even need 4th down. It's Hood in motion, Musgrove on the keeper. This is that they scored a touchdown on earlier. Bulldogs unable to get him. Ball comes out, but I believe that's going to be after he crossed the line. It is. So another 2nd touchdown from Musgrove, that same play. They love that fake sweep to the wide receiver. They got 2 linemen pulling there, 51 and 76. Dex Dunlap, there, number 51. 76 is Beckham Hibbert as well. So 2 big, a senior and junior, but 2 of their big linemen leading the way. Musgrove likes to see that. And we'll see if they can add the extra point. Again, all of our replay sponsors here, all of the replays are being sponsored by Valley Insurance. So every time you see one of these replays, you think to yourself, thank you, Valley Insurance. We appreciate you bringing this replay to us. All right, the kick is up and good. We'll take a short break and be back.
B&K Auto Salvage and Recycling has been in operation since 1973. Getting our start by selling used auto parts from salvaged cars, we have grown to be a leader in the metal recycling industry of Eastern Oregon. From anything containing metals all the way to car tires and parts, we recycle it all as best we can. Give us a call at any of our locations and we'll be glad to assist you and help fulfill any and all metal recycling or auto parts needs. Stay classy and keep on recycling.
All right, welcome back all. Set here for the Tigers to kick. Beckham Hibbert, the man leading the way for Musgrove on that last touchdown run. Set to kick. Got Long and Johnson deep to receive. See if they elect to do any sort of short pooch / onside, mini onside attempt. Looks like he's going to kick it deep. Nope, just going to squib it down the middle, make it tricky for Long, who picks it up. Eli Long here on the return. See if he can get a hole. He's got a hole. Got him through, and let's see if he can get going. He is rolling. He might be gone, and yes, you bet. Eli Long to the house. Bulldogs touchdown. No flags on the play. Long, the big spark. That might have been the spark that the Bulldogs need. And let's take a look here on replay. He gets a couple great blocks. Braden Anderson, number 3, right there. And also number 15, Carson Johnson, the freshman. 2 blocks, able to spring Long for a long touchdown. Big play for Baker. Gets a little momentum back into this game. Now we'll see if defense can get a stop, because LeGrand has been dominant on offense. All right. So after the long touchdown here, Bulldogs looking to make it a 3-score game. All right, Maldonado to kick for Baker. Kick is up and good. All right, we'll take a quick break. Back after this.
We've been around a while. In fact, we're the longest serving independent insurance agency in LeGrand. Our legacy is providing personalized solutions for all types of insurance policies. Integrity and doing things right are just who we are. When you do have a claim, we'd rather wave at you at the grocery store than hide from you or run around the corner. Whether stopping by or giving us a call, you'll be talking to us. No call centers, no phone trees, and no runaround. We are the Valley Insurance team, providing peace of mind, one household at a time.
Eastern Oregon is home to natural wonders, historical sites, and unforgettable experiences. Nobody should have to choose what to leave out of their trip to the area. Elgin's Hunaha RV Park is located in the center of Eastern Oregon's best tourism corridor. Offering 25 pull-through sites, 19 back-in sites, tent camping, showers, and free Wi-Fi, Hunaha is here to fit your vacation needs. Downtown Elgin features family-friendly restaurants, coffee shops, shopping, and the award-winning Elgin Opera House. Don't leave anything out on your next trip to Northeast Oregon. Book your stay today at hunaharvpark.com.
All right, welcome back. Bulldogs freshman Jude Crater set to kick. Nice kick there. Going to be received by Landon Hood, who already has a kick return for a touchdown. He's looking to make it 2. Got some speed up on there. Able to be brought down, though, at the 48 by the Bulldogs. That was Jude Crater, the kicker, making the tackle. Crater also plays wide receiver and quarterback a little bit. So the Tigers' offense that has been rolling scored 4 touchdowns, only punted once, will take over 1st and 10 on their own 48. If you're the Tigers here, you're imagining a 5-minute, 59-second drive that ends in a touchdown. Take it all the way, and they deferred, so the Tigers are going to get the opening kick of the second half as well. Give it to Hood on the end around, got a little bit of space. Bulldogs flag thrown, so we'll see if this is going to come back. Hood loves to cut against the grain, does a great job once again, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, as Chris Berman would stay, all the way down inside the 15, but a flag back at the 45. We'll see what this is going to be. The Tigers are walking back, so it might be a hold. Man, Hood sure is explosive in the open field there. Quick, short bursts. Fits himself through small holes. All right, so the penalty took place 7 yards downfield, so it's not going to be a first down, but it will be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it's going to be a first, because they're going to replay the down, 1st and 13 here for the Tigers. All right. Chubb and Hood, I believe, in the backfield behind Musgrove. Oh, little trouble with the snap there again. Second time in 2 possessions, the Tigers had a little trouble with the snap there, something you don't expect to see from them. However, Musgrove does a great job jumping on top of it again. And really only about a half-yard loss there, so it'll be 2nd and a long 13. Bulldogs look like they were short a player there on defense. Didn't get the right substitution in, so they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. Be back after a word from our sponsors. All right, back to action here for the Bulldogs. Musgrove back to throw. He's got a man. Crawford's there, and he's able to make the pick. Logan Crawford goes up to high point the ball, takes it away. Ooh, Hood shaking up a little bit there on the play. You hope he's okay. You look at the replay here, just checking out Hood, making sure he looks like he's okay. Looks like he's struggling a little bit if we can get the trainers out there. So anyway, you saw there on the replay, Crawford able to high point it. Hood took a little bit of a tough shot there. He is walking off the field under his own power. Trainer talking to him now. You see him going off there. We hope he's okay. And a quick correction on the previous moment I talked about Jude Crater kicking. That was actually Otis Young, my mistake there. So Otis Young with the kickoff and the tackle. Looks like we got another timeout here. Timeout Tigers. We'll take it. Well, let's take it with them. I'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Need something to watch while you sip your early morning coffee before work? Tune in to Eastern Oregon's only live morning video talk show, AM Live, right here on the EOA Network. BC and Dodsey host while shooting the breeze about local happenings, sports, weather, or whatever else comes to mind, featuring special guests from Eastern Oregon and beyond. AM Live, 8 a.m. every Tuesday and Thursday morning, right here on the EOA Network.
All right, welcome back, everyone, here to Bulldog Memorial Stadium. Jesse Taub, your play-by-play announcer here. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. We got a good one brewing here. A little bit similar for both teams from last week. The Bulldogs found themselves down early, and the Tigers found themselves up big early. We'll see which one of those trends hold. They're going to give it to Long on the end around here. The same play they had a long run against. This time the Tigers cover it well. It's going to be number 13 with the tackle there. That's going to be Riley Krantz, the senior. But Long able to pick up about 7, I believe. before he's brought down.
Second and 3.
So 2nd and 3 here coming for the Bulldogs. All right. 2 wide receiver set, 2 tight ends. Nimmo in the backfield, Young on the line, Maldonado behind him. Wellman hands it off to Maldonado, got a couple blockers. A little bit of room there, gets close to the first down. We'll see what the forward progress is given. Looks like it's right at the sticks. Don't want to jump the gun here. Looks like an official's timeout here. Deciding, looks like they are going to call it a first down. So it is going to be a Bulldog first down there. So the Bulldogs, after struggling the first quarter and a half, really kind of taking over a little bit of momentum. The first quarter and a half dominated by LeGrand. They were up 28-0. Kicking off, Eli Long takes the kickoff to the house. Then next possession, Bulldogs able to intercept Musgrove. Taking over here, see if they can keep the momentum going before half. Wellman on the quarterback keeper. Maldonado leading in front of him. Bounces it outside around the right corner. Able to get a solid first down gain. Again, stopped there by Krantz, but not before Wellman picks up about 4. So 2nd and 6 looks like coming up for the Bulldogs. While they're getting ready for their next play, let me hit you with our next sponsor, Kick Sportswear. Kick Sportswear has always believed in investing in Baker Athletics. Tonight's support for the Bulldogs is just one example of that. And when it comes to customer gear, they've got the whole community covered. Sports apparel, embroidery, screen printing for businesses, schools, fundraisers. If you need a logo on it, Kicks can make it happen. Kick Sportswear, 1801 Main Street in Baker City. Or you can call 541-523-7463. Wellman there tries to get rid of it. It's going to be intercepted by the Tigers. Big play for LeGrand. Ryder McMoyle, who had a touchdown earlier in the game, gets the interception there. I think Wellman trying to throw it away. Just didn't get enough quite on it. Young able there to make the touchdown-saving tackle. So the Tigers back in business here. And a big drive both for Baker and LeGrand, as LeGrand coming out of halftime is going to have possession. Coming up here at halftime, we got a great interview for you. An EOA Sports interview with EOU football player Brody McMillan. That'll be coming up at halftime. You want to stick around for that. Again, exclusive interview with Brody McMillan. Plays for the EOU football team. Flag on the play. All right, false start there issued to the Tigers. So they'll move it back 5. 1st and 15 now coming up. As I mentioned, a score here for the Tigers, knowing they get the ball out of halftime would be big. If you're the Bulldogs, a stop here equally as big. All right, 3 wide receiver set. Going to have Musgrove keep it himself. A couple lead blockers. Going to be brought down there after a 2-yard gain by Bulldogs Connor Martin, senior captain for Baker.
2nd and 13.
Notice the Tigers really love running over that right side with Musgrove. All right, Tigers come out. 3 wide receiver set, 1 tight end in the pistol. Musgrove takes the snap, gives the pitch to Chaub on the outside, trying to turn him back in. He does come back in, cuts out, makes a couple man miss. Gets down close to the first down. He's going to have the first down as well, down to about the 15. That'll be 1st and 10 now for Baker. Take a look at the replay. Musgrove, the pitch. Bulldogs able to turn him back in. However, he just kind of juts and struts his way through the defense for a big gain there. Picks up about 17 on the run. So Tigers coming out again, 3 wide receiver set, 1 tight end. McElmoyle there in the slot. Fenley to Musgrove's left. Gonna give it to Fenley. Going to that right side, got a few blockers, a couple big blocks brought down after another solid gain. Not quite enough for a first down. Looks like it's about 8 or 9 on the carry. So the Tigers getting close. As I said, a big drive here for the Tigers that they can put a touchdown up after winning the opening coin flip. They deferred their option to the second half. All right. Musgrove, McElmoyle, and Finley. They're going to give it to McElmoyle on the handoff. He's going to try and bounce it outside. Bulldogs got a couple people there. They're able to bring him down at about the 1, but that's plenty for a first down. So it's going to be first and goal at the 1 with just 1:22 to go in the half. And we're waiting for this last play. Let me get you our final sponsor of the half, EOA Network. You may have heard of them. If you're here, you know. So, by going to EOA.network, you can find all the locations where EOA Alive content can be found. There's also a place where you can donate to EOA as an appreciation of being able to see this content for free. Any amount helps, and your support and the support of the sponsors are literally what make these games possible. All right. Looks like... Oh, big penalty here on the Tigers. Going to move them back 5 yards on the false start. However, given how effective their run game has been, not insurmountable in the least. But the Tigers are going to take a timeout, talk this over, under 55 seconds to go. We'll take a quick timeout and be back for the next.
I think oftentimes with mental health, people can feel like they are alone and they're the only ones struggling. And I would want them to know that they're not alone.
It takes one text or one phone call to save someone from a mental health crisis.
Talking about mental health means that you are brave, you are strong, and you're not alone.
So if you're ever feeling alone or afraid, know that there are people of the younger generation that would love to help you. The Agri-Stress Helpline is free, confidential, 24/7, and available by phone or text.
All right, we're back here. Chubb taking the handoff around the outside. Got a little bit of room there, and he is in. So the 5th touchdown of the half for the Tigers puts them up 34-7, pending the extra point. Looks like a little confusion on the Tigers' sideline. I think they're going to take a timeout. They are going to take a timeout. We'll just keep it right here because we're going to take a timeout coming up after the kick before the kickoff. So the Tigers in a good spot here. They have certainly been the cleaner team this evening. They have had some few penalties themselves, but the Bulldogs kind of put themselves a little bit in a hole. If you're Baker, though, you've had some really good plays. You just haven't put enough together for a consecutive drive. If you're the Tigers, you're really loving what the offensive line is doing. They're making a lot of space up front, whether that's rushing with the running backs or with Musgrove on the quarterback keeper. So the Tigers, if you're them, you're thinking coming out in halftime, keep it rolling. Ground and pound, get out of here with a win in a big rivalry game. So the Tigers are going to go for 2 here. All right. So it looks like Hood, they're going to fake it, then they're going to roll right. Try and give it in. It looks like it is complete. Pass complete to Asher Farman, senior wide receiver there. So the 2-point conversion to make it 36-7. Excuse me, is good. We'll take a break. Be back right after this.
EO Live is your connection to Eastern Oregon. Tune in for a variety of engaging and relevant local content. See Brent and Dodsey goof and gab with local guests on EO Live's morning talk show, AM Live. Watch Dodsey on EO Live Sports to get the latest sports information and interviews with local coaches, athletes, and more. On EO Talks, we have intriguing and in-depth conversations with people from around Eastern Oregon. Stay in the know about what's happening at the Sheriff's Office on Keeping It Clear with Cody Bowen. Master Master Chef Russ Gleason shares delicacies from his golden recipe book on cooking across the hall. We're available across the board, including Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Fire, and of course, our very own website, EOA.tv. We even have our own Roku channel with 24/7 live streaming content. You can also listen to our shows on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and many other popular podcast apps. EO Live, your connection to Eastern Oregon.
All right, back here as Hibbert set to kick for the Tigers. Kicking angle here. Looks like Johnson will be the one to receive. He's got it, making a little bit of man miss, trying to bounce it outside, but the ball pops up himself. Let's see who's able to jump on that. Looks like the Bulldogs. We'll see the official signal. Yep, it's going to be Bulldog possession. Take a look at the replay here. Johnson does a great job picking it up. Able to make a man miss there, makes another one miss, tries to make one more, and the ball just kind of pops up out of there. Bulldogs able to jump on it. Believe that. Either way, Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 here at the 29, just under 38 seconds to go. You'd imagine they keep it on the ground, but we'll see here as Wellman gets set to take the snap. That's Aleutian in the backfield to his right. Tigers double covering Long there at the bottom of the screen. Wellman's just going to roll right, and then he's going to throw it up and see maybe no. A little miscommunication there on the route, I imagine. Wellman thought Long was going to kind of hook back. Long took it deep. So just 32 seconds left there for the Bulldogs. All right, 3 wide receivers set here for the Bulldogs. Long bottom of the screen, double covered as usual. Wellman in the pistol. Hands it off to Lucian. He's going to be stopped in the backfield by the Tigers. And it looks like both teams are content to let the clock run out. Again, coming up here at halftime, you want to stick around. We got an EOA Sports interview exclusive with EOU football player Brody McMillan coming up at the half. A few seconds here for if the Bulldogs get a snap. They do get a snap. Wellman on the keeper. Going to try and make a few people miss. Bounce it outside. See what can happen. Picks up a few yards, but that'll do it. That'll be the end of the first half. Tigers with the lead, 36-7. We'll be back after this little halftime break. Thank you all again for joining us. We'll hope you'll be back for the second half. And we'll see you shortly.
We love the smell of fresh rain in the spring and the colors of the sunset after a storm. We respect the law, but we cherish the freedom to be ourselves. We like the dirt and we celebrate the outdoors, but we like nice things too. We believe in working hard and taking personal responsibility for our mistakes. We like closing deals with just a handshake, and our word means we won't let you down. We are proud of our accomplishments, but we never want to be snobby. We want to be an owner and not have to depend on others. We love it when the underdog wins. We know our kids' teachers and our neighbors are an extension of our parental eyes. We are compassionate and generous, but we don't want to be taken advantage of. We care more about a person's character than how they are different from us. We want people to understand our challenges and appreciate our way of life. We want our home to be a place that our children love and will choose to stay. We are business owners, teachers, farmers, entrepreneurs, and employees. We are insurance agents, car dealers, cattlemen, manufacturers, artists, and service workers. We stand for the flag, and we kneel to talk to children. What we have in common is more important than what separates us. We are the people of Eastern Oregon.
What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodgy with EO Live Sports, and today I am joined by EOU, and this is hard for me to say, senior football player Brody McMillan. Brody, what's up?
What's going on, Dodgy?
I can't believe that we're already here.
I know.
It seems like just yesterday, like Brody's going to EOU. I mean, I was looking at pictures and some video from your signing the other day, and that seems like it was yesterday.
I know. Flew by.
It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. So, describe like the last 4 years for me. How's it been?
Last 4 years, it's been amazing. I love EOU. I mean, I grew up in the Grande. I'm happy I stayed and played here. I love Coach Camp. I love my teammates. I love the school.
So, decision was right on. I mean, I thought it was the best decision you could have ever made too. Moving into this, which is your senior year, you started at running back last year. You're the starter this year. What's your goals?
To win, baby. That's all I want to do is win.
You just want to win.
I just want to win. Last year I want to win.
I mean, that's a good. I like that. I mean, there's no point in playing unless you're winning. What about your team? Have you guys talked about like where you want to be at the end of the season?
We want to make the playoffs. That was a big goal I've been telling everybody, especially the younger guys. I mean, we only have 2 returning starters on offense. A lot of new guys in there, and I said my goal this year is to make the playoffs. I want a winning record. I just want to get after it this year.
I mean, the Frontier expanded. There's almost twice as many teams in the Frontier now, but it also opened up another automatic berth to the playoffs. So,
it did.
I mean, it's basically you win your division, you're in.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be at least 1 at large and maybe 2. So there's some opportunity there, but we're going to have to play better than 500 to make the playoffs in my eyes. The running back room. What do you got for younger guys in there? Who we talking about? Like
we got some studs, man. We got Mike.
It has earned the opportunity to represent America's team in Italy next July. She plans to attend a 4-year university to pursue a degree in criminology or sociology. With Annie Jo is Paige Jewel Anderson. She's the daughter of Misty and Monty Anderson. Paige has lettered once in tennis and 6 times in cheerleading, where she was part of the 2-time state champion teams and currently serves as the team captain. She has also been active in AHS and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. She plans to attend the College of Southern Idaho to pursue a medical degree and become a physician's assistant. The 5th car of the evening is a 1959 Corvette owned by Shannon Black. In this car, we have Madeline Jo Rudy, daughter of Mike and Katie Rudy. Maddie has lettered in National Honor Society and has been involved in leadership for 4 years, serving as freshman historian, junior vice president, and is currently the ASB vice president. In addition, she was selected to attend the Jostens Renaissance Global Conference twice. She's also coached youth baseball and accumulated over 60 hours of community service. Maddie plans to attend Oregon State University to become an English teacher. Also riding in this car is Claire Josephine Bachman, daughter of Dennis Bachman and Jennifer Murphy. Claire led her 3 times in track, soccer, and FBLA, where she also was a state champion in visual design. She led her twice in National Honor Society, serving more than 60 hours of community service, and was selected twice for the Jostens Renaissance Global Conference. Claire also served on the Student Council and is currently FBLA Vice President. She plans to attend Oregon State University to study business and political science. Our final car of the evening is another 1959 Chevy Corvette, and this is owned by Rocky Brown. Riding as this car, we have our 2025 Homecoming Queen, Kara Christie Regan. Daughter of Mike and Shannon Regan. Claire was competed in cross country and lettered in mock trial, NHS and track and field, where she competed in pole vault. In mock trial, she was selected as the regional and state MVP. Kara also currently serves as the NHS historian, senior class historian, and yearbook editor-in-chief. In addition, she was selected as a representative for Eastern Oregon at Oregon's Girls State. Kara plans to study psychology and criminology after high school. Right along with Kara, we have our pep night flower girl, Ellie Lehman, daughter of Kelsey and Adam Lehman. And also our card bearer, T.J. Myers, son of Roy Myers and Tyrone Myers. Once again, your report consists of the following. We go to the north end zone, then we go towards the south end zone. You just got to keep up. First, on the north side, we have Mary J. Schwartz, escorted by her father, Nicholas Schwartz, and mother, Angela Rosales. On the south side, we have Tracy Lane Spike. There you go, step up. Escorted by her mother and stepfather, Kelly and Jason Mello. Back to this north, we have Marley Jane Maureen Barrett. Escorted by her mother, Jennifer Newberg. On the other side, we have Stella Marie Carlson, escorted by her father, Shem Carlson. And we have Jocelyn Nicole Bork, escorted by her mother, Josie Lowe. Next, we have Gwendolyn Elizabeth Rasmussen, escorted by her parents, Stephanie and Ron Rasmussen. Next, we have Marin Ann Jacinko, escorted by her father, John Jacinko. Next, we have Andy Jo Marie Craigmile, escorted by her parents, Kurt and Billy Joe Nickens, and her sister, Becca Craigmile. Next, we have Paige Jewel Anderson, escorted by her parents, Misty and Monty Anderson. Over the other side, we have Madeline Jo Rudy, escorted by her parents, Mike and Katie Rudy. And next we have Claire Josephine Bachman, escorted by her mom, Jennifer Murphy, and brother-in-law, Michael Aldridge. And now, it's time for the Queen, Kara Christie Regan, escorted by her parents, Shannon and Mike Regan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is time to let them know how you feel. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you your 2025 homecoming court. Congratulations to you all.
Returning starters on offense, a lot of new guys in there, and I said my goal this year is to make the playoffs. I want a winning record. I just want to get after it this year.
I mean, the Frontier expanded. There's almost twice as many teams in the Frontier now, but it also opened up another automatic berth to the playoffs. So,
it did.
I mean, it's basically you win your division, you're in.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be at least one at large and maybe two. So there's some opportunity there, but we're going to have to play better than 500 to make the playoffs in my eyes. The running back room. What do you got for younger guys in there? Who we talking about? Like,
we got some studs, man. We got my guy Waylon. We got Reese Dixon. We got Malachi Nutter and Kyle Littlejohn. I love those guys. We even call ourselves the Pride Land. It's a funny little joke. Coach Camp made up. We're all about pride. We just go crazy out there.
What's your nickname? Do they call you something? Anything?
B-Mac, Big Mac.
That's easy. I mean, that's kind of like, like there's some people where their name just makes it really easy to develop a nickname for them. What about school-wise? What are you going to school for?
So I'm going to school for business administration, but I want to become a project manager in construction. I had an internship over in Boise this summer for about 6 weeks, and after football season, I should carry that on.
Oh, so you want to be the boss on site?
Pretty much, yeah. Just oversee everything.
As you already know, construction's hard on your body like football.
Yeah.
Right? So anytime you can be the boss, be the boss.
Be the boss.
What about your academic education at EOU? Did you ever think, 5 years ago that you'd be getting ready to graduate from college?
I mean, 5 years ago, I didn't know what I was going to do, and Coach Camp blessed me this opportunity. I'm happy to get a degree and not have to pay that much money. He gave me a great scholarship. So
yeah.
5 years ago, I don't know, but now I'm getting a degree.
I love it, dude. It's going to be awesome to see you put that robe on. It really is. It's so cool. What about you personally? Do you like pineapple on pizza?
Pineapple on pizza?
Yeah.
I can get down with it.
You probably don't. I mean, there's probably not much that you wouldn't eat, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine that you can probably put some food away. If you got to choose any meal at all, it can be restaurant, it can be mom's cooking, it can be whatever. What are you eating?
Let's get a steak and taters.
Yeah,
let's go to.
You like the fatty steak, or you like a thin, like a sirloin type?
Yeah, thicker cut.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of fat.
No, you don't like the ribeye?
No.
Oh man, the ribeye is the best. You get all the flavor in there. What about 10 years in a coma or 5 years in prison?
Ooh. I mean, I think I'd want to remember my life, so probably 5 years in prison.
I always say it would suck to be labeled as a convict, but it'd be a lot better than waking up and none of your muscles being there, and your friends all have kids. We got a new president. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be good. What about if you had to choose one or the other? Say you're at the beginning of your college career, and you either have to take all of your classes at 8 a.m. or all of your classes at 8 p.m. Which one are you choosing?
8 a.m.
Why?
I mean, we have practice until about 4, and then we'll run meetings sometimes all the way up till 8, so not a lot of time there.
Yeah,
I'd just get it done in the morning, get it done, have the rest of the day off.
Okay, I can see that. I would do probably the same, even though it'd be hard for me because I'm not a morning person, but I am kind of a night owl, but I wouldn't want to be doing school at night. You know what I mean? There's a lot better things that you can be doing. What about your hero? Who's your hero?
My hero?
Yeah.
I'd have to say my mom.
Why?
She was a single mom growing up my whole life and just gave me everything I needed.
Yeah, and she's been there. What about if you could have a superpower? What superpower would you take?
Probably super speed. I'll take super speed.
Super speed? Why?
Super speed.
You don't feel like you have enough
tackle me.
yet?
No one can tackle me.
That's true. That's true. I mean, you could use it for a lot of advantages. This is your senior season at EOU. What's your best memory so far for football?
Beating C of I last year. I think that was a big thing for
that
everybody.
Was so awesome, huh?
It was awesome.
That was the first time in like 8 years.
I know.
8 years.
That's probably my best memory at EOU right now.
Yeah, I think it was like 6 or 8 years. Like nobody on that field had ever beat C of I before. Yeah. I don't. Solo Taylor had never beat C of I before.
Let me tell you, it felt great.
Oh, dude, I was there. I know. I mean, I've been there for all of those games and watched all of those games, and every time it had came up the same. We can't get past C of I. Yeah. Monkeys on the shoulder, boom, knock that monkey off, and here we go. Let's go party. It was awesome. It really was. Who's been your mentor on the field?
Coach Camp.
As a running back?
Yeah, he's a running back coach. He's a running back coach.
I know he is, but he damn sure didn't play running back.
Let me tell you, he's made me into a much better football player than when I first got.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, fellow football fans, for some second half action here at Baker Bulldog Memorial Stadium. The Tigers set to receive the opening kickoff of the half. It'll be Otis Young to kick for Baker. Deep to receive is going to be Ryder McErmoyle. Kick is up and off. Macklemore makes the catch. Going to go up the left side here, see if he can get some blocking. Tigers had some success on the kickoffs tonight. Bulldogs able to make a good tackle there. That's Jack Murphy, the senior Bulldog, making the tackle there. So the Tigers take over with a 36-7 lead here in the beginning of the second half. 1st and 10, ball at the 43. Again, the sophomore Musgrove leads out the Tigers here. Finley behind him. Trips to the near side. Gonna give a little pitch to Finley out here. See if he can make a few people miss. Got it upfield. Picks up about 11. Before he's brought down there by Young. Take a look at the replay. Again, our Valley Insurance replay. Big thank you to Valley Insurance every time you see this replay coming up. So a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Two-back set here. Hood, the one standing up. They're going to give it to him around the left side. He's got some blocking as usual. Going to be Maldonado trying to pull him down. Unable to do that. Hood breaks it back across the middle. Does his usual rumbling down. Multiple people to tackle him. He's down all the way to the 5. Landon Hood had a number of these rushes this night. You see the try and go around the left side there. Got some good blocking. And then Hood the rest of the way. Finally brought down there by Bulldogs' Connor Martin. All right, another two-back set here. Tigers in the shotgun. Macklemore to his right, Finley to his left. Going to give it to Finley around the right side, and he's going to be up and in for the touchdown. That was easy for the Tigers. 3 plays. Another touchdown on the board for LeGrand. Replay there. Again, just got 2-3 lead blockers there. Finley runs it in. Hibbert there leading him in on the line. So you'll notice the clock is running now. That is not a mistake. So after you get to 35 points in the second half, the clock begins to run, which is what they're at right now. Looking for an extra point here. Move to 36. Chubb's kick up and good. So we'll take a quick early break here. Back for the Bulldogs' first possession of the second half.
B&K Auto Salvage and Recycling has been in operation since 1973. Getting our start by selling used auto parts from salvaged cars, we have grown to be a leader in the metal recycling industry of Eastern Oregon. From anything containing metals all the way to car tires and parts, we recycle it all as best we can. Give us a call at any of our locations, and we'll be glad to assist you and help fulfill any and all metal recycling or auto parts needs. Stay classy and keep on recycling.
All right, back here as Hibbert set to kick for the Tigers. Deep to receive will be Long and Johnson. Going to do a little pooch here. Going to be fielded by Braden Anderson on the run. See if he can make anyone miss. Gets some good field position. Drags a guy for a couple yards. But that is going to be big number 31 there on the tackle for the Tigers. And about the 37-yard line. Looks like they'll place it. Don't seem to have 31 on the roster here. Otherwise, I'd give him the credit for that great open field tackle. Either way, the Bulldogs take over 1st and 10. This will be their first possession of the half. So Wellman in the backfield. At quarterback, Nimmo to his right, Maldonado behind. Going to hand to Maldonado. They got a little bit of trouble there with the handoff. That might have been a fumble. It's still rumbling around out there. That is going to be a scrum. That is what we call a scrum. See who comes out with it. Looks like going to be Baker is going to hold on to possession. Well, they get set for their next play. Let me get you set with our first sponsor here, Hobby Habit. Hobby Habit in La Grande is a Traxxas exclusive dealer. What that means to you is they're the only place in Eastern Oregon that has the Traxxas Mini Slash 4x4 right now. It just came out, and this car is sweet. Mini Slash 4x4 is a take-anywhere powerhouse that slips easily into a backpack, delivers all-day speed and fun in just about any environment. Hobby Habit, 411 Fur in La Grande, just for the fun of it. All right, 4 wide receivers set here. Wellman on the quarterback keeper. Not really going to get anywhere there. Stopped by the Tiger line. Going to be stopped, looks like, for a loss of about 1, maybe 2. So bring up 3rd and 12 or so. Bulldogs got themselves in a little bit of hole early in the first half if you're just joining us. Grande jumped out to a 28-0 lead. The Bulldogs then put a touchdown on the board, and the Tigers have thrown 2 straight. Wellman's pass there intended for Anderson, going to bring up 4th down. And while that gets set, I'm going to tell you about our next great sponsor, B&K Auto Salvage and Recycling. A big thank you to B&K for supporting local football. B&K just doesn't specialize in new and used parts for your vehicle. They have commercial dumpster service, tire recycling, metal demolition, and cleanup, and they buy used cars. B&K Auto Salvage and Recycling in Pendleton, La Grande, and Baker City. Get a hold of them today for all your auto parts, metal scrapping, and salvage needs. All right, Wellman deep to punt. Nope, punt trouble. Going to be blocked. We'll see. The Tigers going to be able to fall on it there. No advance, but the blocked punt means the Tigers' offense is going to be out in great field position here. So the Tigers will take over 1st and 10. I believe they're going to put this at the 15. Yep, looks like the spot. Sophomore quarterback Musgrove there in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set. McElmoyle, the top hood there at the end of the line. Chubb, the running back. And a little decision there. Going to end up keeping it himself. Going to be stopped for about no gain there, so it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Take a look at this replay here. Thanks to Valley Insurance all night long, supplying this replay for you. Zitgraf there makes the tackle along, with Quinn Wellman. Another 3 wide receivers set here. Hood to the bottom of the screen. McElmoyle, the end of the line. Chubb still the back next to Musgrove. Hand it up. Ooh, he's got a little bit of room there. And he's definitely chugging down. Picks up about 9. Not going to be enough for a 1st down, but I'll certainly make it 3rd and short here. And while they're getting set, one more sponsor coming up. Reed and Associates can help you during the Medicare election period, October 15th through December 7th. And they have some great news. Starting September 15th, Reed and Associates will also have an office at 1902 Resort Street in Baker City. They have great professional, friendly, and knowledgeable staff and service and are huge supporters of youth and the community. Reed Associates for home, auto, Medicare, life, and needs, give them a call, 541-975-1364, or stop by 1904 Adams in La Grande or 904 Adams in La Grande and 1902 Resort Street in Baker City. All right, so on 3rd and 1 there on the 6, Bulldogs encroach. That'll be enough for a 1st down. They'll do half the distance, ball down to 3, so 1st and goal from the 3, under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Chubb the back behind Musgrove. Another encroachment penalty on the Bulldogs. Takes it down to the 1.5. All right, so 2nd and goal now from the 1.5. Wouldn't be surprised here if Musgrove just tries to sneak it in. They might give it to Chubb up the middle. Oh, they're going to do end around to Hood to get the man a touchdown. He's up and in for the Tiger touchdown. A little misdirection here from the Tigers. End around. Hops over his man and Hood into the end zone. Tigers set to kick here. Try and put 50 on the board. Kick is up and no good. So we'll stay at 49. We'll send you to break. Be back right after this.
Eastern Oregon is home to natural wonders, historical sites, and unforgettable experiences. Nobody should have to choose what to leave out of their trip to the area. Elgin's Hunaha RV Park is located in the center of Eastern Oregon's best tourism corridor, offering 25 pull-through sites, 19 back-in sites, tent camping, showers, and free Wi-Fi. Hunaha is here to fit your vacation needs. Downtown Elgin features family-friendly restaurants, coffee shops, shopping, and the award-winning Elgin Opera House. Don't leave anything out on your next trip to Northeast Oregon. Book your stay today at hunaharvpark.com.
All right, back here for the kick. Hibbert going to kick long, and Carson deep to receive. A deep little kick. Anderson, nope, going to be long with it. Try and get up the left side. He's got some room again. Going to come up, though, brought down there by the Tigers. Nice tackle there out of bounds by Foreman for LeGrand, but it'll set the Bulldogs up in good field position. And when they get set, another one of our great sponsors, Guyer Associates CPAs, Eastern Oregon's full-service accounting and tax specialist. With office in Baker City and LeGrand, they've been supporting youth sports since 1946. All right, so the Bulldogs going to mix it up here a little bit. They're going to put sophomore Tucker Reed in at quarterback, get him a little experience. Reed drops back to pass, looks slow, over the middle, got Connor Martin just in and out of his hands. Nice pass there by Reed, under pressure early too. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Reed, the sophomore, he actually played quarterback for the Bulldogs as a freshman last year, the second half of last year, after a couple injuries to the Bulldogs. So he does have some experience. Wellman, a little bit more of the physical quarterback of the two, but both have great arms. Reed looking right, going to roll right, dump it off to Lucian out of the backfield. Got a little bit of space there, makes a couple people miss. Picks up about 14, enough for a first down for the Bulldogs. It's a little momentum here building for the Bulldogs. Again, game probably out of reach at this point, but you're building every week towards the next week. You see the little rollout there by Reed. Lucian makes the catch, splits a couple defenders there. Brought down on the Tigers' side of the field. So 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs. See what they elect to do.
Hot dogs, North end zone.
3 wide receivers set here. A little tight on the bottom of the screen, long at the top of the screen. Lucian the back with Tucker Reed at quarterback. Looks like he's going to roll left a little bit, see if he can find anyone. Can't really see anyone. Oh, he's going to make a little toss there to Crawford. Through Crawford's hands there. Another great pass by Reed.
Intended for Crawford, 2nd
Well, this clock's running. We'll see if the Bulldogs get off another play, but I got one more sponsor for you this quarter, Gray's West & Co. Their Pioneer Chapel is renowned after more than 90 years of excellence. They provide unparalleled personal service, unmatched facilities, and guaranteed value to every family that calls upon their family. Located right here at Baker City, 1500 Dewey Avenue, or give them a call, 541-523-3677, or find them online at grayswestco.com. All right, Reed's going to drop back, looking there for Martin on the cross. Going to be incomplete. And that'll be the end of the third quarter, so we'll send you to break. Be back right after this for the fourth quarter.
We've been around a while. In fact, we're the longest-serving independent insurance agency in Grande. Our legacy is providing personalized solutions for all types of insurance policies. Integrity and doing things right are just who we are. When you do have a claim, we'd rather wave at you at the grocery store than hide from you or run around the corner. Whether stopping by or giving us a call, you'll be talking to us. No call centers, no phone trees, and no runaround. We are the Valley Insurance Team, providing peace of mind, one household at a time.
All right, back here as we get set for the beginning of the fourth quarter. Be the Bulldogs on offense here, 3rd and 10 for them coming up here. Want to welcome you all once again. Thank you for joining us this evening. Wellman back at quarterback now for the Bulldogs. Nimmo to his right. Getting a little fake end around. Wellman going to hold on to it, try and cut up field, make something happen. Going to be stopped after a gain of 1, however, so it'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs. Get through another one of our wonderful sponsors. Again, you hear me reading them, but to be just completely honest, without these sponsors, none of this is possible. So we've got to make sure we give them their due and appreciation for bringing this to you free of charge. So, OTEC, do you know who owns your electric utility? As an electric cooperative, Oregon Trail Electric Co-op is owned by you, the people who get electricity at the end of OTEC lines. Learn about the advantages of being an OTEC member-owned, including how to support our communities and future of Eastern Oregon through academic and trade school scholarships by visiting our website at otec.coop. All right, Reed back in quarterback, throws it up for Eli Long, makes a juggling catch, able to pull it down. Yeah, a little butter on the ball for the Bulldogs, but Long able to secure it. Picks up a big Bulldog first down here. Take a look at the replay. Reed going to roll to his right. He's looking for Long the whole time. Even a little bit double covered. He says, Eli, I trust you. Go up, make a play. He does. Brings it down about the 17. Back to action again. That's Valley Insurance bringing you our replay all night long. So you got Reed at quarterback now, Lucian behind. Looking for a little inside screen. Ooh, if they had connected, that's a good play. A little inside screen there. The Bulldogs have to file that away for next week. Inside screen to Long, look good there. So 2nd and 10 now on the 17. Another one of our amazing sponsors here. CoverWorks Plus, your Baker City experts for flooring, countertops, and more. Value today, charm tomorrow, with upgrades that make sense. And help your home make dollars. CoverWorks Plus, neighbors you can trust. Located right here, 2101 Main Street, and 541-239-5600. Pass is going to be tipped there and intercepted by the Tigers. Another turnover for Baker. So the Tiger offense will be coming back out with just about 9.5 minutes to go. Take a look at the replay here. The ball just gets tipped up in the air, looking for Martin on the cross, a little behind him. And that's Gatliff making the interception for the Tigers. All right, so at about their own 5, just inside the 5, the Tigers take over. 1st and 10. Got Landon Hood at quarterback, a little keeper there, a little Wildcat formation. Hood picks up about 5. brought down there by Young for the Bulldogs.
Second and 5. Rules are closing in 5 minutes. You need a burger. You have 5 minutes. I'll start the clock.
All right. Tigers under center. Hood still at quarterback. Going to hand it off up the middle. Got a flag thrown right away. After about a gain of 5, we'll see what the penalty is here. While they're sorting out the penalty. And final sponsor read here we got Kick Sportswear. We got a couple more, excuse me. Kick Sportswear, though, has always believed in investing in Baker Athletics. Tonight's support for the Bulldogs is just one example of that. When it comes to custom gear, they've got the whole community covered. Sports apparel, embroidery, screen printing for businesses, schools, and fundraisers. And if you need a logo on it, Kicks can make it happen. Kick Sportswear, 1801 Main Street, located here in Baker City. Check them out or give them a call at 541-523-7463. All right, so last penalty there, holding on the Tigers, moves them back just half the distance to the goal, so 5 yards. So 2nd and 10 now. Hood still receiving the snap. Oh, little trouble with the snap there, though. Hood able to recover it, but he's going to be tackled in the end zone. I believe that'll be a safety. Yep. So the Bulldogs put another 2 points on the board with the safety there. So that'll turn the ball back to the Tigers for a free kick, and then Baker will remain in possession coming up here. And while I got you, we're just going to keep it right here, and I can go ahead and... Actually, nope, let's send it to a quick break. We'll be back right after this. All right, so LeGrand set with their free kick. Technically, they could punt it. Obviously, it seems smarter to kick off, but it will be from the 20. So the Bulldogs will be looking to get some good field position. And again, result of the game not in question, but in high school football, every week you're building towards the next. Looks like it's going to be fielded there by the Bulldogs, by number 33. That's going to be Henry Kamandula. Tries to make something happen, able to hold on to the ball as they try and rip it out. But the Bulldogs will start in Tiger territory at about the 48-yard line. So as they get set for the first play of the drive, let me remind you about EOA.network. You might have heard of it. I don't know. But by going to EOA.network, you can find all the locations where EOA Live content can be found. There's also a place where you can donate to EOA as an appreciation of being able to see this content for free. No amount is too small. Your support and the support of the sponsors are what make these games possible. All right, so on the first play of the drive, Reed there, looking for a quick pass, unable to connect with his receiver. As we look ahead to next week, the Bulldogs will be headed to Ontario to take on another set of Tigers. The Tigers playing at home versus the Dows. No score reported yet on that. For the Tigers next week, they're heading west to Cascade in Turner, Oregon. Cascade is a tough matchup. Bulldogs played them earlier in the year. Currently undefeated, number 2 in state. But Reed's pass up for long, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. 10 for long. 3rd and 10.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for Baker. In the Cougars, number 2 currently in state, the Cascade Cougars, LeGrand's opponent next week. At the top of the rankings, in case you're curious, at the 4A division is Marshfield. They're currently undefeated 5-0. Cascade undefeated 6-0, the only 2 remaining unbeaten teams in 4A. Rest of the top 5 filled out by Tillamook, Scappoose, and Estacada currently. See what Reed elects to do here on 3rd and 10. Little roll to his right. Got Nimmo open in the flat. Couldn't connect, though. Probably enough for a first down if he makes that connection as well. So to bring up 4th and 10. Figure Bulldogs going for it here. Nothing really to lose. Again, if you're still with us, I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. It's always a pleasure. The Bulldogs will have one more home game on the schedule. That will be versus, I believe, Malala. Let me just double check for you. It will be, it's versus the Dowls, and that'll be on Halloween night. So the next home game and the final home game, senior night for the Bulldogs, Halloween night, 7 p.m. They take on the Red Hawks of the Dowls. All right, Reed looking back to pass, throwing over the middle. He's got Long open. You bet Long's got a catch. Down to the 20. So Bulldogs still a little bit of life, still looking for another score here with about 3 minutes to go. Take a look at the Valley Insurance replay. Reed's going to read Long coming across the middle. Got a couple steps. Long secures it. Takes it down to about the 20-21. Excuse me, they're going to mark it at 21, yeah. So we'll see if the Bulldogs can punch one in before the end of the game. Again, Reed at quarterback, Maldonado to his right. Reed dropping back to pass, looking for Maldonado on the screen, able to complete it, picks up about 3 yards or so before he's brought down. For the Tigers, they just came off a 3-game homestand. They're at Baker tonight, they're at Cascade, then at the Dowls, and their senior night will be versus Pendleton on, as well, Halloween night, the 31st of October. Always fun to play a night football game on Halloween, you think? All right, just under 2 minutes to go. Reed in the backfield, Maldonado behind him, going to roll to his left, looking for a couple people open. Ooh, had Martin, but just missed him there. So it'll bring up 3rd and 7. Once again, just want to highlight all of our sponsors. I know you hear me talking about them all the time, but in all honesty, this is all brought to you by them, and without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. So in our commercials, you saw B&K, you saw the Shrine, All-Star, thank you, welcome. You saw EOU, Valley Insurance, been covering our replay all night. And Hunana RV Park in Elgin, along with Happy Habit, Reed, Goyer and Associates, Grays West, Guyer and Associates, Grays West, OTEC, I'll get that right by the end of the year, Coverworks, Kick, Sportswear in Baker City, all a big thank you for that. All right, just under a minute to go here. We got a false start. Will move it back. So 3rd and 12 now for the Bulldogs as they try and put one in before the end of the game. All right, so Reed here, 3rd and 12, Maldonado behind him. Going to roll right, looking for Nimmo. Got him open, but just overthrew him. So with just about 20 seconds to go, the Bulldogs 4th and 12 undoubtedly will look to get one more snap here. Maybe, maybe not. Yep, the Bulldogs going to take a timeout here real quick and get set to make one more play. We'll keep it right here with you. All right, once again, my name is Jesse Taub. It has been a pleasure to join you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us here. A little bit of a tough homecoming for the Bulldogs. However, they're going to be trying to build off of their win versus Pendleton last week as well. Get a good week of practice in, and they're heading out to play the other set of Tigers, Ontario. For Grande, a great victory here this evening. You love to see what they saw both on offense and defense, dominating the line, very well disciplined as usual. So for the Tigers, they'll be looking to build on their back-to-back wins after beating Ontario last week. And they will head over to Turner, Oregon, and take on Cascade. All right, Reed's going to put it up, looking for Nimmo deep and just out of reach. And that will do it. The Tigers are going to take this one. Once again, thank you all for joining us, and a big thanks to Tanya Clapp for running the camera tonight, and Brent Clapp for directing tonight to bring this game to you. This game was produced by Brent Clapp Productions, your one-stop shop for photo, video, and streaming needs in Eastern Oregon. I'm Jesse Taub, and thanks again for joining us tonight on this EOA webcast. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Halloween night back here.